came across a segment on CNN. It was really interesting, breaking down both how Trump is becoming so much more unpopular within the Republican Party, but then also how Biden is not favored to run again with the Democratic base, but is more favored as an individual, as a politician, has higher favorable numbers than a lot of other Democrats that would be the person you would think of to possibly run in his place. Very interesting. Take a look at this segment.
New CNN polls out today reveal what voters are thinking about when it comes to the 2024 presidential race. Former President Trump has already declared his candidacy, and President Biden says he intends to run for re-election.
But these early numbers indicate that America doesn't necessarily want this rematch. CNN senior data reporter Harry Enton is here with more. So, Harry, what are you seeing in these poll results?
Yeah, let's just start off on the Republican side. Should Trump be the GOP's 2024 presidential nominee? Back in January, February, it was basically a mixed bag, 50% to 49%, 50% saying yes. Look at Trump's numbers, though, the trend line. That yes dropped to 44% in July. Now it's just 38%. The clear majority, 62% of Republicans say no, Trump should not be the Republican nominee. But it's also interesting when we look at the favorable ratings among Republican voters. Look at this, the favorable rating of Ron DeSantis, who obviously has not declared, but there's a lot of whispering that he will run in 2024. Look at that, a 77% approval rating. Donald Trump among Republicans, just a 62% approval rating.
So Donald Trump losing momentum among Republicans.
Yes, he is absolutely losing momentum among Republicans at this point. And I want to just sort of compare that to the Democratic side at this particular point, right? There's not really momentum here. Should Joe Biden be the Democrats' 2024 presidential nominee? What do we see here? We see that back in January and February, 45% said yes. In July, it dipped all the way down, my goodness, to 25%. Now it's back up to 40%. Still, the majority say no, Joe Biden should not be the Democratic nominee, 59%. But the big difference between the Democratic and Republican side is Joe Biden is still the most well-liked Democrat at this point. His favorable rating, 82%. Some other potential 2024 nominees among Democrats, Kamala Harris, 62% favorable rating. Gavin Newsom with just a 47% approval of favorable rating. So even though...
Take a look at that. So you have a situation where on the Trump side, as we've seen the trends kind of going in the direction of DeSantis becoming way more popular, Trump becoming way less popular. But then this fascinating phenomenon with Joe Biden specifically, where Democratic voters, 82% of them see him favorably, but a majority, 59% don't want him to run. So you have, they like him, presumably they like what he's done as president, but they don't actually want him to run for re-election, which is exactly how I feel. I like a lot of the policies he's pushed for and some successfully gotten through. I don't actually want him to run for re-election. I think someone else should come through. But then you have a situation as well where the other people that would kind of be the filler, the next person floated, Kamala Harris, Gavin Newsom, aren't anywhere close to as popular among Democratic voters, which is so fascinating and so unusual compared to other situations in politics. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before any of the clips are uploaded to YouTube, plus get a full extra show every single Saturday, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Luke Beasley. That's patreon.com/Luke Beasley, and there's a link in the description.